I stared at the text on my phone. You're not invited. That was all. No explanation, no hesitation, just 7 words that burned like acid. I had wired over $100,000 to fund her wedding. The venue, the flowers, the catering, even her designer gown. Every detail she had dreamed about since we were kids. Paid for by me. And now, just days before the wedding, she cut me out with the cruelty of a blade. I didn't respond. I didn't call. I didn't beg. I just sat there, silent, staring at the screen, and smiled. When we were little, I used to defend her. Our parents worked long hours, and she clung to me like a shadow. I'd share my snacks, my clothes, even my allowance. She'd cry, and I'd wipe her tears. She'd laugh, and I'd laugh louder, just to keep her happy. But somewhere along the way, she learned that I was her safety net, that I would always give, that my loyalty had no price. She mistook love for weakness. The betrayal didn't come all at once. It was in the small jabs first. God, you're so uptight. Don't you get tired of working all the time? She's successful, but she's alone. I brushed it off. Family fights, I told myself. Harmless words. But the shift was there. She was becoming entitled, spoiled by my sacrifices. When her fiancé proposed, she called me first, not to share her joy, but to ask for money. "It'll be the wedding of the decade," she said, "and you'll be part of it forever." I said yes, foolishly. I thought it meant belonging. The text was my proof. Proof that my sister didn't see me as family anymore, only as a wallet. She thought she could erase me after I paid the price. So I erased her wedding. I called the venue first. My name was on the contract. Paid in full, under my account. "I'd like to cancel," I said. There was a pause, then the soft shuffle of papers. The entire event? Yes. I called the florist next, the caterer, the band, the photographer. Each time I used the same calm voice. Each time I signed the release forms. Money lost? Maybe. But the power was intoxicating. The day of the wedding arrived, 6 p.m. sharp. The venue gate stood closed, draped in silence. No music, no flowers, no lights. Just a locked door and a staff that had already gone home. I parked across the street, hidden in the shadow of a tree, and waited. At 5:50, the first cars arrived. Guests in gowns and tuxedos, chattering with excitement. Then confusion. Then irritation. By 6:15, my sister's limousine pulled up. She stepped out in the white gown I had paid for, her fiancé stiff at her side. Her face froze when she saw the darkened building. She stormed to the door, pulled at the handle. Nothing. She banged on it, shouted at the staff who weren't there. I could almost hear her voice cracking. I watched as her guests began whispering. Phones came out. Pictures, videos. The wedding of the decade unraveling in real time. By 6:30, she was in tears. By 6:40, her fiancé was red with embarrassment. By 6:45, their perfect night had turned into public humiliation. And then, my mother arrived. Late, as usual. She looked around, bewildered, until she saw me leaning against my car. "Why is everything locked?" she demanded. "Ask her," I said, nodding toward my sister. My sister spun around, eyes wild. "You canceled it, didn't you? You evil, selfish!" Her voice broke. She couldn't even finish the sentence. My mother's face hardened. "Who owns this place?" I smiled. Calm, cold, final. "I do." The silence that followed was louder than any scream. My sister's face drained of color. My mother's lips parted in shock. My brother-in-law looked at me like he'd just realized he married into the wrong family. For once, I didn't explain myself. I didn't justify. I didn't apologize. I just walked away.
left them in the ashes of a dream they built on my generosity and destroyed with their greed. That night, I poured myself a glass of wine and sat by the window, watching the city lights flicker. Revenge didn't heal me. It didn't erase the betrayal, but it gave me something better: clarity. I finally understood I wasn't family to them. I was convenience. And convenience, when it stops giving, is disposable. So I disposed of them first. And as I closed my eyes, I realized something. I didn't lose a sister. I lost a parasite. And parasites only survive until you decide they don't.